Hello, everybody, welcome. Those are suckers, those are ghetto. So, guys, what's up, huh? Oh, so wow, hello, everybody. So, it's so funny. I'm so advanced. Today, I finally figured out because I scribble in my notebook, and to be honest, I sometimes can't even read my questions. So I was like, oh, I cut and paste the question from what people ask. Huh. Where is my where is my oh, I have questions out here. I can read them. Oh my god. Whoa. So guys, I see you're talking about the news. I don't watch, I told you I don't watch as much. But what I realized that it really works for me, I was at the market just now and I listened to podcasts. So Nicole Wallace, R.M. Melber, Rachel, Lawrence, and Brian. By the way, I love Brian Williams' show. It's actually very good. They all have podcasts, so you can you can listen to it right after, okay, the day later, okay? So, guys, can I tell you something about Jamie? Okay, I'll just tell you something. I feel terrible. Like, somebody had asked me to do a reading on her, and I did. It was a private reading, okay? And I thought she was dead. I'm sorry. Isn't it horrible? It's horrible. I was like, I saw the scene that was so clear, and I feel terrible about it. I never want to do this again. I feel terrible because I saw something so clear. Whatever I saw, it was so clear, and I realized, everybody has the different kinds of readings that you do about different things, and I feel like that's not something I'm not going to do this again. So just, it's just like, I feel terrible about it. Okay. I mean, I'm glad that she was found alive. I know. But I saw the whole scene unfold, how, all the things that I assumed that I saw all the things. So anyway, I just wanted to say I'm so glad, but yeah, I do. Okay. So anyway, so that's that. It's interesting, doing different kinds of readings, different styles of readings. It's interesting because I'm going through a process also is related to the personal readings lately that I'm kind of like refining, okay, what it is that I do, what it is that I'm better at than other things. And it's just an interesting process of discovery, okay? So anyway, so just going back here, guys, to all the questions, okay, that we have today. So, okay, I'm going to change the subject a little bit here. There's a lot to cover, guys, okay? There's a lot to cover. And yeah, one day I'll tell you more about it. It's so interesting, because I'm different. Well, I'm very different when you do personal readings. And when, I don't know, it's really interesting, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I saw this scene. Yeah, long story. I hope, I just feel like, oh my God, can you imagine? Oh my God, anyway, I just hope I don't cause harm, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so going back here. So yeah, anyway, so it's just like about readings and personal readings and the differences between when you do a reading, generally speaking, personal readings, and then it's in a way the readings that I do like this, it's not that they're easier. There's a lot of work, doing research and everything, but because you don't know the person, it's a little bit easier. You're not talking to like a real person, right? I mean, you all guys are real people, but we're discussing these public figures. It's a little bit easier. But when it's a little bit like stuff like this, it's just kind of, it's like, oh my God, horrible. But yeah, it's just so interesting, guys, how, oh, here, I covered up the red with the little thing. Just saw it. So anyway, so wow. Anyway, so guys, there's a lot to talk about. We have to start soon because there's so much to talk about. Very excited today. Yeah, very excited. So okay, so just go quickly here over the main thing that I had written here, which is Trump's reaction to Cohen. Or something. Did I delete something here? No. And then yeah, and then threat of national emergency. Okay, that's the other thing. Okay. Yeah, I've written every guys this time. I said before, the first time I cut and paste here the questions. Yeah. No. So you don't have to put it again. Okay. So I saw here threat of national emergency. It's very tough, very tough. But they're pushing it. Okay. So they're pushing it. It's ridiculous, but we have to heighten. And then Pelosi talking about the Mnuchin. So we saw the talk, okay, how it was not going to go well. But I'm interested in like, what does she think and what is she going to do something about it? What's going to happen next to Mnuchin? I think he's going to jail hardcore, but we'll see. Then somebody had mentioned this before, and I didn't pay attention. Maybe that's because I was listening to the show of Nicole Wallace and the Pompeo talk in Egypt, where he was talking all these horrible things about Obama, and he was so brainwashed. Okay, what's up with that? And then there's your questions. Okay, Trump. Will the Electoral College be disbanded or adjusted to reflect actual population count? Alex Jones, Sandy Hook ruling today. I don't know what was the ruling, guys. If you will update me, okay? Will it find a connection? I think, you know, Alex Jones is a Russian propagandist, but, you know, okay. So, all right. And then next week, there'll be confirmation. Here is on William Barr, okay? Apparently he said, yeah, I saw the memo. So obviously he was like auditioning for this job. I remember, guys, that I saw that at the end of the day, he's not going to mess with it. But let's look out exactly these questions, okay? Did you see the post where Trump wants to see Mueller report so he can make corrections? So yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it's so easy, okay? And somebody I was listening to, I forgot who he was, a guest on the Nicole show. He said something like, I think it was John Brown. He was saying that Mueller will be feeding into all these investigations in different states and everything. So even if, well, you know, Trump looks at whatever, it doesn't really matter because people are being indicted by the time, you know, it comes out or whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm just thinking here, what do we start, yeah. So I'm just thinking here, guys. Oh, also the oligarch, but I feel like that question about the Ukrainian oligarchs, it seems very obvious, right? It's like, you know what? Maybe this connects to this. Like, does Mueller have evidence of quid pro, like, you know, of like, okay, like, do this for us and we'll give you the money. Okay, is there evidence of quid pro quo? If so, what is it? Right? I mean, there's plenty of evidence to convict Trump of all kinds of things, but I'm interested is like, what will be ultimately be the evidence of that? Okay. I mean, I think you have this stuff about Manafort, you have all of this, but is there one document? Is there one thing? And if so, what is it? Okay. So I forgot, I was going to do visions, but let's start here. There's a lot to ask. So actually, you know, it's kind of fun. I want to start to have a question about the question. Very meta today. So, okay, let me start, guys. Okay, so ask for, like, actually, because I've been doing this in person, this is actually very good. So I'm gonna get started here. Ask universal energy to send to protect us and to just ask the universe, send me a ray of protective light entering the top of my head. And as I breathe in, I feel this protective energy, this protective light. And as I exhale, I project a large sphere of light in front of me through my third eye. As I observe this sphere in front of me, I step onto it. I'm able to step onto it, and I look around, and I'm totally protected by this sphere of light. And I welcome everyone in the group, everyone who's watching this, everyone who will watch this, so that we're all connected and we're all protected. And I ask the universe to give me only the most clear, the most truthful images and information, so that we can understand everything that's going on. Okay, so okay, so universe, what should I start with today? The many questions. Talk about Michael Cohen. That's a big one. That's going to be the derailing of this administration. Trump won't be able to stop it. Okay, so for now, let's start it there, because it's showing the stuff of the national emergency. All these things are distractions. It's saying, oh my God, they're giving me advice. They're saying you should know before. They're telling me something. When you do these readings, there are many questions. Make sure you ask what are the actual news and what are the distractions. because there's a difference. There are news that are actually relevant, and there are items that are distractions. And what they do constantly is to plant distractions and what is it? Clothe distractions as news, okay? And so that the actual news can be dismissed. So this is okay. They're saying they're trying to create this, okay, propaganda, okay? So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is it. So I want to know, guys, I'm kind of, I'm not, as you guys know, I'm always like, I'm not interested in fear-mongering. I'm not interested. Don't ask me. Don't ask me about fear-mongering. No, no. So, but at the same time, like, is Michael Cohen going to be okay? I don't want to be, I don't want to be, I'm saying something, but it's kind of strange, don't you think? Yeah, it's gonna, yeah, okay. So, you know what, guys, maybe since I started like this, let's start different, where I do the visions first and the cards later. What about that, huh? Let's do that for at least for a little bit. What do you mean, bring up cell phone? Oh, yeah, that he was in Prague. Okay, oh, yeah, you know what, let's say, okay. Say Prague, let's say Prague, let's say, I'm gonna copy this, today, wondering if committed, bring up Cohen, cell phone, wondering if committed. We'll bring up Go cell phone. I'm wondering if committee will bring up the cell phone. Did Michael Cohen go to Prague? Did Michael Cohen go to Prague? Okay. A little crazy. Okay. All right. So let's get started here. Have water, have everything. Yeah, imagine, my guys, imagine if they had like it was so cute if it was musical, the Democrats, Adam, everybody's like, my Cohen, did you do the quid pro quo? My Cohen, did you do the quid pro quo? Woo! Oh my God, okay. So, okay. Well, for that man, he betrayed me. I gave everything I had to save his skin, but he betrayed me. I was a good employee. Imagine, like, oh my God, it would be nice, guys. Imagine it feels like a live. Oh my God, it'd be so fun, like a live musical. Oh my God, it'd be nice if I was like the live stream of musical happening as it live. Can you imagine? That'd be so fun if you do like a live musical. That's so cool. Oh, huh. Okay, let's get started. Otherwise, I have distractions. Okay, so guys, okay, here's the questions. Wait, where is it? I had it. Okay, that's it. So Trump's reaction to Cohen. What was the reaction that he's going to testify? What will be revealed by the time that he testifies in public? Is he safe from harm? Okay, so let's say here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so what's going on? Michael Cohen is like, oh my God, it's funny. The first image I see is Michael Cohen, guys. Michael Cohen looking in the mirror. He's like, bitch, it's your turn now. Oh yeah, bitch. Remember that time? You said I was nothing? You said I was worthless? Huh? Do you remember that? I'm back. I'm here. Yeah. Bah. He's like looking in the mirror. He's seriously like, he's kind of like his face. He looks kind of really tired and exhausted, but he's looking in the mirror every day. He's like, and his wife's like, what is he saying? Talking to himself. He's looking in the mirror and kind of like talking back to Trump. So he's really like very excited about it. Okay. He's actually, oh my God, that'd be so funny. Oh my God, so funny. Okay. So that's interesting. Okay, guys, maybe should I leave? Okay, let me see. So let's go to let's now go to the day when the news was made public that Michael Cohen was gonna talk. Let's see, it'll become a flight to go to White House and the moment that he has informations or whatever he was. Okay, maybe he was traveling. Okay, so So what? He's like, President, we have something to tell you. And he's like, what? They want to get rid of me. They want that trash. I gave him everything. So he's, guys, he's, I feel like he's almost drooling. You know, like dogs, like rabid dog, like he has rabies or something, you know. Okay, so wow. So yeah, so this is interesting. Okay, wow. So yeah, so he's just like very angry, but I feel, guys, he knows there's somebody while observing. I think it's one of the younger women. Yeah, foaming. That's right. Younger women observing him, like, oh my God, he's like, you know, she's telling her friend, texting. She's like, I have, you know, it's like working at like a hospice or a nursing home or something, or like the crazy, because for people in the White House, he's already losing it. He forgets where he is, and he doesn't know certain things. But this is like he can't separate, and it's, oh my God, it shows, guys, that it takes a lot of training to coach him when he goes in public, because he's so angry all the time. You need to like kind of calm him down, or separate, calm him down. So calm him down. Yeah. So it's interesting. Okay, so he gets this news, and what is he thinking? He's like, he starts a short circuit. Like, what? Oh, he's not gonna, what? Because, guys, it's like flashing back on his mind, the things he knows. He's trying to like kind of like, wait, what? He said this, he said that. Oh, no, what? And he tries to comfort himself. I feel like he does this, like he tries to comfort himself, like to say to himself it's gonna be okay, but he can't stop. Oh my God, look at this red. Oh, I was out with it was very cold out, so I got this thing anyway. So he goes and he's trying to comfort himself and tell himself that he, you know, nothing's gonna happen, but like he can't, his body is like twitching. Okay, he's like twitching, he's twitching like this, and he can't, he's like, oh, that guy disgusting. He's like talking about Elijah Cummings, like, you know, it's like, oh, like, you know, racist, but discussing Democrats. He's just cursing everybody. Like, it's amazing. It's imagine your life, like, it's amazing. Everything is someone else's fault. Nothing. He doesn't think, oh, I committed a crime. He doesn't think like that. He thinks I did something wrong. But whoever exposes it is a horrible person. Okay. It's like, literally, guys, he thinks he's Jesus. Like, seriously, he thinks he's a victim. He thinks that everybody, there's always an excuse for everything. There's no such thing as he's ever done anything wrong. This is what is scary about him. Okay. He never, I mean, he's afraid because he knows he's committed crimes. But he's, you know, his genius is he's a psycho, you know, he's crazy. So he doesn't feel like everybody else. He doesn't feel guilt. So it's just like, wow, it's crazy to think the way he thinks is that everything is justified. You know, it's kind of amazing. It's amazing to me that, like, yeah, anyway, so, okay. So this is it. He's very angry. He doesn't know what. Okay, so. Oh, you know what? I see, guys. You know how there was the news, okay, that there's 17 lawyers in the White House now. Oh, I'm not guilty. I only need 17 lawyers. I'm only asking for 17. Can you imagine? How could you have 17 lawyers? Okay, so okay, so then, okay, let's gonna see. Okay. So here's what I think is gonna happen. He's gonna try to put some sort of gag order. Okay, gag order. And something to the effect of saying something like, oh, he can't talk about specific things in public because that is not, you know, that's something like this. Okay, so they're going to try to come up, they're going to try to stop this, they're going to try to, like, you know, do all these things. But that's what I think he's going to try to sign now. Okay, so then, okay, so what happens? This is towards it. I feel like, oh, guys, you know what? By the time he goes, by the time Michael Cohen goes, I feel like, you know, guys, I get this sense, it's so strange image, that the White House is like the Wild West. You know, when you see these images of the Wild West, when there's an abandoned bar, like something like, what is it? Sort of like the White House has been abandoned. Okay, that by the time Trump tries to stop everything, but by the time Cohen testifies, there's no more tension because most of it has been revealed already. You know, like the stuff, the explosive stuff. Yeah, Ghost Town, exactly, something like that. Like it's already been revealed. So people know, or like there's much more of an expectation. It's like, you know, it's interesting. It's sort of like the guy has been knocked in. It was like a boxing match. The guy, oh my God, I was a beautiful image. But I was then on the floor, like, you know, kind of like, it's not even bloody, you know, because he falls at the lightest touch. The reality is, can you imagine if you go in an actual ring with Trump, you would win. Anybody wins. Like, he's like, I'm a tough guy. And as you do this, he's like falls, you know. So he's like, he's on the ground already by the time Michael Cohen talks. I hope so. Yeah. Do you need help? I mean, just banana on the floor or something. Yeah. Huh? So that's the feeling. Okay, now. Wow. Okay, so what happens? Okay, so what's gonna drop? This is the thing. This is the questions also. So what's gonna drop? What will have happened by the time he testifies in public? Okay, so that's what it indicates to me now. What will have happened if you could be more specific? What will have happened? Guys, I have a sense, I could be wrong, okay, that there's going to be indictments connected to Trump Tower businesses, okay? Or I see that guy, you know, Felix Sater and some other people that I'm not familiar with, like some Russian Ukrainian types that have either financed or bought his buildings, okay? So it's just like so this is it, okay? So it's just that's what it shows, that there is like so much more evidence, and there's indictments here. I see Mike. I don't know what's gonna. What is Felix Sater doing there? Is it gonna be indicted? I thought he was an informant. He pled guilty but got immunity. Okay, interesting. It has to do with Trump Tower. So was it right? So really? Guys, you know, it shows me the meeting. You know, I don't know if you remember the story about how there was a meeting. It's so interesting because all of it is public, right? We've seen news about this. Nobody, can you imagine? It's taken a while for this to come to you know, become an indictment, but basically shows the meeting that took place about Soho, Trump Soho, right? And how there was a meeting. And do you remember the story? How apparently inside this meeting there was a talk. Somebody came from Russia or Ukraine or whatever, and said, this is what we would expect from Trump. Okay, this is what we want in exchange. And it was like saying that changing the platform to allow Russia to invade Ukraine, basically. Okay, so this is it. There is a piece of paper somewhere. Okay, and so that has to do. The thing is, they track down this money laundering situation. This is how we get it, guys. This is why I said before that Mueller, you know, the Mueller report itself is not that it's not important. Is that what really matters is the indictments in New York. Okay, so because, you know, for example, Mueller could say all kinds of things about all kinds of people, but if they're not indicted, it doesn't really matter as much. Okay, so this is why it's more important. It's almost more important, okay, that there are indictments than there's a report. I think they're making up this idea. They think it's like some sort of report. Who cares? Not who cares. I think it's important to tell a story, but I don't think this is like they're banging on the wrong, you know, bark up the wrong tree. They think it's going to be that simple. Like, yeah, he's going to write up report. Hi, President is a traitor. I recommend he does go away tomorrow, do other things, like whatever, right? It's not gonna, you know, if that was it, it wouldn't work. So this is it. Okay, so okay, what is lawyer, guys? You know what? It's show. Oh my God, it's like the ranking file of people who are connected to the Federalist Society. That's who he is. All these people who are like, hi, I'm Brad. I kind of raped some people, when I was 19, 20, 21. And I believe in Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm here with President Trump because you know what? So like, you rape people one day and the next day you find Jesus. It's perfect. Yeah, that's what I am today. Yeah. So no, this is a good question. Wendy's saying maybe the White House will have a garage sale to pay for the 17 lawyers. Who's paying for this? Isn't that wrong? Okay. Where is this money coming from? What the hell? Oh my God, you know what I see? I see that guy again, the Federalist Society. I forgot Leo, something Leo. Okay, Leo. He's like, hey, Trump, this is Leo. I'm Shady McShade. Yeah, Federalist Society. Hi. So I'm sending some friends here. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, my friend Boris. He said we're fine. He said we're fine. Yeah, he said we're fine. So, okay. So this is it, guys. It's just, that's it. Yeah, exactly. John's saying 17 lawyers working for exactly 60,000. There's even more guys, okay? What are they doing? Oh, you know what? They're kind of like, oh my God, guys, I'm seeing gag orders everywhere. Gag orders trying to stop their, you know what it is? Oh my God, it's so disgusting. It's showing that they're going to adopt Trump's legal strategy when he was just in real estate, which is that he's trying, anybody who says something about him or tries to testify, they're going to try to sue. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, okay, so what are these White House? Who are these lawyers? What the hell is this? Okay, I think they're going to defend. I don't know, guys. It sounds strange because I think the role of the White House lawyer is to defend the presidency, right? But I feel like these people are not defending the presidency. Okay, they are defending Trump. Yeah, non-disclosure group, those kinds of things. Okay. Yeah. So I think, guys, you know what? I feel like what? Okay, what are these lawyers? What the hell are they doing there? Oh my God, guys, it's showing. Yeah, it's Federalist Society. Okay. And also the other thing I said, I just wanted to say that it's the same people. It's like the Koch strategy, Federal Society. It's like threatening people who say something. Okay, just it's like, and they're pissed off that they are a public. It was not supposed to be public, this story. Okay, so I just feel like it is more for Trump and not. It's like basically what they want is to not have the news come out, A and B, to prevent Trump from testifying ever. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so this is it. All right. Will these lawyers be indicted? Will these lawyers be indicted? Yeah, a lot of because guys, you know what it is. You're for obstructing justice, right? I think some of it could be some of them could be indicted for obstructing justice. So don't worry too much about them. They're kind of like not very smart. Okay. Not even evidence. It's like, it's really, think about Nixon and what happened to the lawyers. A lot of people went to jail, a lot of the lawyers especially. Okay. So guys, let's not, what, this is like a little bit, there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot more questions. I don't necessarily want to get, stuck in it. It's not a footnote, but there's a lot of questions that are big here, and let's move on. Okay, there's a lot to ask. How many lawyers, what, it's like, this is right. So, okay. So, all right. So I was going to, as I got sidetracked by this, but I was at the question of what will have happened by the time Cohen testifies. Guys, I get this image is so interesting. It looks like a chicken being freed, or like animals getting out, a cage being opened and people running. not people, like animals running. So it shows that I feel like either that there's a lot of indictments of these people, okay, a lot of indictments, and then it shows like they're like running, but I feel like they see the people who they're looking at him like, whoa, like he's toxic. But I find it strange that it's pretty obvious, I think, that he's toxic, but it's strange that they seem to suddenly now realize what it is, and now they want to run. And I've seen this before, guys. I thought it was like, but I think it's like people are abandoning the ship, and he's like, they're looking at him like something happened, okay? Yeah, a lot of people, I just feel like, okay, this is what is likely to happen is like several bigger indictments are going to come out. There were not the obvious ones, but other ones related to the Republic, related to a lot of people, I guess. And they're going to, I think they realize, this is what I think. I think these people who work for Trump didn't realize, it's like they're so stupid. They didn't think that they would be liable for what's happening. Okay, they didn't think that Mueller was going to get to them, but it shows that Mueller will, and will indict several people that are closer to Trump. Even that they haven't even begun to, so they start to run. They're like, oh, really, oh, why, oh, not this, but they're like, it's sort of like it's like they have been playing this game of what's the word? Pretending to have some flubbing. Is that right? Flubbing, the word, I think it is. Pretending they have something they don't. And now, it's like the game, the game, it's like playing poker, pretending you have the ace, but then you have the two. And then the cards are exposed. They have twos and they have to, but it's worse because I think they've committed crimes, assuming that there's going to be a total bluffing. That's right. There would be a total dictatorship. So everything would be erased. It's a bit like, from their perspective, it's like being a soldier. And if you win the war, if you kill people along the way, nobody's going to catch you. That's kind of how they see it. But then they realize that actually the laws stand and they're going to have to pay for it. And then they're like, oh, but they're not like, oh, they're not just desperate, they're running. Because, it's interesting. They're running like, lost cockroaches, because they're not even interesting running together. They're all kind of like running like in desperation. Oh my god, what? Like they kind of like, where do we go, let's run. For example, prisoners that escape a prison, right? They're everybody's looking for them. They're very desperate, they're very scared. That's that kind of feeling. They're running. It's possible that even some people might try to leave the, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Don't you think this whole thing, guys? Don't you think this whole thing is about Trump being a dictator? That's exactly the entire point of this, right? The whole thing is that Trump was going to be a dictator. That's the deal here, I think. So, yeah. Oh, really? Why? So, okay. All right. So, you know what, guys? This is the other thing I get here is that, for example, as you guys know, I've been watching a lot of, I have stopped in the last few days, but I was watching a lot of documentaries on the IRA in Northern Ireland. And the way that the whole thing stopped was also that the British were there was so much infiltration and so many double agents that eventually everything was kind of not stopped totally, but a lot of it was stopped that way. And similarly, I get a sense that they're going to run scared when they realize that somebody that was very close to them was spying for the government. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they realize that before, it's one thing to say that people like Michael Cohen and the other guys, okay, what's his name? I see the Manafort, Rick Gates, okay, those kinds of people. It's one thing, but they were indicted, they were flipped. But it's another to know that among them there were people that were actively telling the government everything that's going on. So once they realize that, and they will realize that, then they'll run. They don't even try to defend themselves. They're desperate. They're like, we're going down. What do I do? What do I do? So that's what I think. I think some people could be, running from the government. I really believe that, guys, seriously. But, it's a few weeks away, so I don't know. We'll see, okay? All right, so next, okay, is Michael Cohen going to be safe from harm? Is he under some sort of government protection? I think so, because I see him. It's interesting, you know, when cartoons catch a criminal, it's like the net over him, and then there's the children and the mother and the wife are like there's like an alarm on them. Okay, so I think it's part of it is that they're protecting the knowledge source, right? So I think that it's possible. Okay, I think, but I think he may be living somewhere else. Okay, like he's not, you know, the usual place. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. So what's gonna happen? Okay, so what will he reveal in the stock? What else, or what will we talk about? The agreement in Ukraine, the Ukraine agreement to the quid pro quo, the trip to Prague. Yes, he's gonna talk about what he did, who he paid. Oh my God! And I think they're gonna ask. I see that the senator from Connecticut, is there a senator? I think. Oh, it's the House. But I see something where he's being asked about whether he went to Prague and whether he met with the hackers to pay for. Yes. And he says yes, because, oh, and what I want to say is that somebody asked, so the statements that were made in the Steele dossier then were correct. And he says, yes, the Steele dossier was correct. So he talks about it. Okay. So this is interesting. So would you, and then because the Democrats, it shows that they're going to, I mean, they're going to talk to him after before, or with a lawyer or something, saying something like they're going to ask all these things. Like, for example, was there a quid pro quo? Yes. Was there an agreement to say, to do? Yes, there was. What is his behavior like? You know, and all this stuff, like to confirm that all the things that journalists and Democrats have pointed out is true. He tell Mueller. Of course, he told Cynthia. Of course, all of it. We know that, right? And Mueller wrote a letter for him. So this is it. Okay. 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 Is he in danger? Let's see. I think he's gonna be okay, but I think he has protection. Okay. I think he could, you know what I mean? I feel like he is, I think he's living, you know, that term, a safe house. You know what I'm talking about? A safe house. I think that's where he's living. A safe house in the sense of like I feel like he's in a government building or something. I mean, I don't know if he's in, but there's just a sense of like, yeah. So I feel like because I see this net. I think he, you know, it shows him being arrested and putting under a net. And at the same time, there's all these cops around him. Okay. And then, but the cops are like, we're not just doing it for, it's like he's happy to be with the cops in the sense that he knows that they are protecting him. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, right? But I don't think, this is the other thing, I don't think the family is with him. I don't think that I don't know if it's correct, but I feel like they are maybe moving, he's maybe moving to different sections, you know, like being moved or something, right? So I don't know, but that's what I sense here, okay? That, because I see the children disappearing and the mother, okay, like in the sense of, I don't know if he has more than one, but I just feel him disappear in a good way, okay? Being made to pretend, okay. Yeah, he told Mueller, yeah. So, okay, so I'm just thinking, guys, yeah, I think I really believe but I think it's like he's going to be escorted into the, you know, he's not going to be alone, even going to the bathroom. I don't think, you know, stuff like that. Because can you imagine, guys, think about all these people. There's legit Russian spy, like imagine Nunes and all these people, like people like him could totally like, hey, I have a present for you. He could totally, I mean, don't you think that, I think Nunes is capable of doing that. Of say, I need to have a word with you. Yeah, I have a message, right? Think about it. These people are like, you know, dangerous criminals, seriously. So anyway. Okay, so then, all right, so now, so this, guys, I don't want to ask specific questions, okay? He's gonna, like, what he's gonna say, this is, just leave it for that, okay? I think he's like, the stuff that matters, yes, he's gonna say, what will be the effect of him talking? There's gonna be, fleshed out the story, and there's gonna be, it's gonna be over, I feel like it's gonna be a long day or several days, guys, okay? Long time, this talk about how when he met him, how long, and stuff like that. Okay, so okay, all right, now okay, just quick question, is Michael going just wheezing cards? Okay, just to confirm, Michael Cohen going to be safe? Oh, there he is. First card, a man. Is a man. Oh, he's sad. He's crying. I'm crying secret. Success and love. Success and love. Conversations. Yeah. So share the people, share the conversations, ideas. Okay, so he's gonna, yeah, this is interesting. So this sad news, okay, crying, right? Sad, he's sad. He talks about success in love, meaning his deals, right? Connections. The conversazione, right? Conversation, but he talks about all the shady people. That's him. He's like, yes, I was there. This is him. We had meetings, many meetings with many people. He tells all, okay, of what's going on, and ideas. Now, ideas, what they discussed, right? What they discussed. So, yeah. So, what interessante. So yeah. So I don't think, guys, it's just sad that he's sad. He's crying. It's sad because obviously for him it must be sad, but he's said, he talks about it. But this is like talks about his ideas and what they discussed essentially. What are the ideas? What are ideas? Content, right? So I talk about the share the peoples and what to talk about. So this is it. Guys, I think I'm putting, by the way, changing subject completely a little bit, just mentioning, I'm going to start working on courses, because I feel like as I do readings, personal readings, I'm much more towards vision, but I know some people like to learn from the cards, and the cards are helpful, so I'm going to describe my method. So anyway, just so you know, testimony have effect on trumpeters. Okay. What will the testimony have effect on trumpeters? It's like, fuck. They're just like, they're kind of like interesting, like they're pissed, okay, and so this is interesting because they're very angry, but at the same time, guys, not unfortunately, I feel like they knew it. They're like, I knew it. I knew he was lying. I knew it. No, regular people, guys, Republican senators, they know. Come on, like, what kind of person that gets in touch with Trump doesn't know it? I mean, don't you think it's like, come on, seriously, right? I'm sure the Republican, they already know. So anyway, but I was gonna be it's gonna be a serious class situation, okay? But I'm just letting you know that I'm gonna finally write it out, okay? So it's the end of the Republican Party as we know now. Well, I've already talked about it, guys. It's gonna be a real depressed situation, okay? And I don't know exactly. Yeah. So it's just, I think that I've said before, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm a Republican. Yeah, but it's gonna be sort of like very few people, okay? Or but the other thing, guys, we have to remember, this is something that I read recently, a few months ago, and I was like, oh, of course, this is what should change, and I don't think it'll ever change, is that the Senate, it's not representative of the population. I remember that I was reading something about the Koch brothers and how they like the Senate because the Senate is not representative. So you could put somebody in Kentucky, like the Kentucky can have as much power as New York or California, right? As many senators. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's not right. Right? It's not representative of the population. So as long as even if the Republican Party, don't say dies or dies slowly, there's still going to be plenty of Republicans with power, the wrong kind of power. Okay, is this ever going to change the senator to have senators that are actually representative of the number of people? I think way further down the line, okay?